Welcome to another episode of Loan Officer Freedom. My name is Carl White, and what we do here is we help mortgage professionals grow their business and close more deals. That's what this is all about. So today we're diving into a strategy that can completely transform your pipeline, which is growing and leveraging your database. And you might think, well, Carl, we all know about the database and everything. Some of these numbers might shock you. So I'm going to be going over some numbers here in a few minutes, and I think it's going to be impressive. It's definitely going to make your eyebrows raise, go, and maybe rethink the way you might have been doing some things. So if you've ever wondered how to turn the people you already know into a steady stream of referrals and closed loans, well, this episode's for you. So let's get started. So I've always thought, your database is your gold mine. And what I want you to think of, like in the mortgage business, we're not just in the loan business, we're really in the database business. I mean, think about it. Like most people have at least 300 people, 300 contacts in their phone, social media, past clients, coworkers, friends. And the numbers prove, and we say this is a minimum. Like Carl, how do I know if I'm marketing to my database effectively? You know you're marketing to your database effectively is if you're closing 1% of your database each and every month. In other words, if I got 300 people in my database, you should be closing as a minimum 3 loans a month from that database. And you think, well, Carl, wait a minute. A lot of my database, I refinanced them at the 2 and 3% range a couple years back. Understand that most of the referrals you get from your database aren't them. It's their friends, their family, and their coworkers. Right. So half the closings we get from our past database are from their referrals, not just their loans. So it's not that they're buying a move up home or they're downsizing or they're buying a second home. We get all those too. But about half of them is their referrals. Right. Because, and you go, well, how do we get so many referrals from them? We ask them. Right. And I'll map that out here for you in just a second. But you think about that. So for every 100 people in your database, as a minimum, right? This isn't like I've seen as much as. No. This is a minimum of one closed loan per month per 100 people in your database. So again, using the number of 300, which is frankly probably a lower number, with 300 people in your database, that would be 3 loans a month, right? As a minimum. Now, if we're using a hypothetical $3,000 per closing, that's an extra $9,000 a month for every 300 people. Well, $9,000 extra a month on top of what you're already doing, that's another $108,000 for the year. $108,000 extra on top of what you're already making just by marketing to your past database. So if you do the math on that, if you go $108,000 a year coming from 300 people, right? Because we said 3 loans per month, 300 people, 3 loans per month, $3,000 per closing. In a year, 3 extra loans per month over a year is $108,000 extra. So now if we take that $108,000, listen to this math. This is shocking. If we take that $108,000 and divide it by 300, right? Those 300 people, that means that each person in your database is worth about $360. So every time I add somebody into my database, I just made $360. I get it. We got to get their referrals. We got to close them. I get all that, but that's just the way my thinking is. I've learned I'm not in the mortgage business. I'm in the marketing to my database business, because every time I add somebody into my database, it's as if I put $360 in my pocket. Some more, some less, but that's average, right? And that's not even spectacular. That's average. And so if I need to make an extra $3,000, just put 10 people in the database. That's all. Put 10 people in and start marketing to those 10 people. So now that you know the power of the database, how do you activate it? Very simple. It's 3 primary things: phone calls, mailers, and emails. That's it. So phone calls, that's the heavy hitter, right? Phone calling your past database gets the highest return on investment. And you'll want to call like 2 letters of the alphabet each week. 2 letters of the alphabet each week. A's and the B's this week, C's and the D's next week, and so forth. So that allows you to go through your whole database 4 times a year. Why 4 times a year? We got the maximum amount of referrals calling them 4 times a year. When we called them 5 times, we didn't get any more referrals. 6 times, we didn't get any more referrals. 3 times, we got less. 2 times, even less. 1 time, even less. No times, of course, even less. So that 4 times is the magic number that we found. Hey there. Hey, if you're loving the tips so far, be sure to hit that subscribe button right down there and then tap the little bell so that you never miss out on more free, cool tips coming your way. Also, I would love to hear from you. Drop a comment beneath there. Let me know what you think or tell me what you'd like to hear next. Now, the key is keeping it simple. Just call them up with a simple script, say thank you, right? And then just use a soft script to ask for referrals, right? It's real simple stuff. I think sometimes we overcomplicate this, and by the way, we'll walk you through exactly what to say. In fact, you can do a screenshot of the exact scripts that we use, and whether it's the script for if we catch them live or the script when we leave a voicemail, we'll be happy to share all that with you. Just go to getmoreloans.com, getmoreloans.com, and we'll walk you through all this stuff. Getmoreloans.com. All right. So phone calls a big heavy hitter. Mailers. Mailers is what I call the silent sales machine. So this is physical mail. So mailers create consistent long-term engagement. So we send one personalized mailer per month. And just as an FYI, it costs us $1.57 per client. So over a year, that's $19 per client. But remember, each client in your database, using my math, is worth $360, right? So you put $19 in the machine and 360 pops out. Those numbers work for me, right? That's like a no-brainer. What do you mail? I don't know, home ownership tip, personal message, just little touch points, right? And we can show you some of the mailers we do. Emails. Emails are what I call the easy win. Now, while email doesn't have the highest return, it's so easy that it's a no-brainer. I recommend sending one email per week. Make it fun, engaging, and valuable, right? You want to have those 3 things. And, sample topics, home hacks. That's always an interesting thing, little known home hacks, buying tips, for somebody's looking to buy in 2025, even a quick personal update, to build the connection. So email. So that's the 3 primary ways. We call them, we mail them, and we email them. By the way, in that order of importance. Now I know what you're thinking. This sounds great, but how do I keep track of all this? It's easy. You just systematize it. Like we do a thing called Call Stars every day, Monday through Thursday, which you're welcome to join us. So what we do is we all get on this phone call, we all get on a Zoom meeting, and then we go over the scripts for that day. And then we turn down our mics, turn down our speakers, and with our cameras still on, we start banging out the phones. And we do that for the first 10 minutes, we go over the script. For the next hour and 40 minutes, we're having conversations, right? Making money. And then the last 10 minutes, we kind of do a little debrief. But I find like blocking this, so in our case, 2 hours for the week is when we call our past database. It's phenomenal, right? It's just absolutely phenomenal. That's how we get, the $360 per person. On the mailing, automatic mailing through a direct mailing service. Very easy to do. The emails, just schedule in advance using using a CRM. The key to all this is staying consistent, right? The biggest mistake I see loan officers make, starting strong, not following through. Sound familiar? I've certainly been guilty of that myself. So anyway, there you have it. I was in the process of writing an article about marketing to a past database. I was looking at some of my notes. I thought, I think I'll hit the record button and put this in real quick. So So there you have it. So your database is an absolute gold mine waiting to be tapped. Start making those calls, sending those mailers, and keeping your email list engaged, and you'll see. It's my belief that you'll see massive results. Now, you want to dive deeper into this. The schedule call, and we'll give you the exact scripts that we're winning, that we're using to win. So getmoreloans.com, getmoreloans.com. Yeah, if you haven't done one of those, don't hesitate. And if you've done one in the past, well, hey, do it again, right? Ask more questions, get a refresher. And we've changed some things we're doing. We've improved the process even more. So getmoreloans.com. Hey, if you found value in today's episode, you might want to subscribe. Whatever platform you're watching this, make sure you subscribe and do me and your favorite loan officer friend a favor and forward this episode to them. I think they'll enjoy it too. And as always, hey, leave a review. We really appreciate the reviews. If you so whatever platform that you're watching this on, you can just leave a review on that platform. Yeah, I always appreciate all the referrals. So a little tongue tied today. I think I had my morning tea. I need to find out what the lovely Mrs. White put in my morning tea. I'm just kidding, of course. So I do every morning. I drink this a turmeric tea, and gosh, is that really good? Good for you. She tells me too. So anyway, all right, gang. Hey, I appreciate you. Thanks a lot. I'm gonna sit here and finish my turmeric tea, and I'll talk to you when you call in. Getmoreloans.com, because it's your turn to getmoreloans.com. Thanks again. I'll talk to you when you call in. Bye bye.